Right guys, Shay here, Uneven Balance, hope you guys are well. So, I just want to talk about the 3TC Solidarity Cup. Where do I start? When it was announced last week, or 10 days ago now, today is June 22nd. Might be June 23rd now, I think it's pretty gone past midnight. But anyway, yeah, it's late. Anyway, so yeah, when it was announced, I was like, what is this crap? Basically, I mean, the advert was borderline embarrassing, to be honest. It was almost like the players were going through the motions, being told by the director to obviously to hit the marks and say this line and stuff with the all cues there, and they were just like laughing about it when the director said, cut. I was like, even AB de Villiers, which it pissed me off that AB was the last person in that advert, but anyway, he's like, who came up with this format? It was like tongue in cheek, but it was like being real, like maybe that was off cue and that was just completely improv. It was like, who came up with this crap? You know what I mean? Like, I understand obviously they're under pressure maybe from Supersport to house and televised cricket. That being said, it's June, which obviously they're winter, and Pretoria's not. It was meant to be held in Centurion. Pretoria's not warm this time of year. It's not Durban. But Durban's still warm, And I remember someone saying to me, when South Africa played a test match against New Zealand, in Durban actually, in August, a few years back, and I remember someone saying to me, like, you just don't play test cricket in August. Well, you don't play any form of cricket in June, that's for sure. Do you know what I mean? So it just begs belief. I mean, I think it was scheduled for June 27th. I thought the format was ridiculous. I thought it was just a gimmick. I thought that this will be okay. People are trying to people are trying to plug it as like some kind of exhibition game. I don't think it was. I think it was CSA trying to be clever and creative and maybe try and create some kind of new format. I don't think it was ever really pegged this as an exhibition game. Now we know CSA are quite creative and do things like this. If you remember a few years back when India were meant to have toured on a full actual series and they curtailed that tour because of issues between the Lorgat and the BCCI, Harun Lorgat, and they curtailed that series. I think it was to 3 ODIs rather than 5 or something, and there was like less T20s. You got 3 tests in, but obviously the moneymakers of the other 50. I mean, to be fair, India come even test matches you fill the ground almost, but the white ball matches you always fill. But they reduced the series, and South Africa scheduled a game in Newlands, I think it was, against the Springboks. So Proteas versus the Springboks. And it was a bit of a jokey game. I remember my brother-in-law telling me, he's in Durban, he told me, like, England would never do that, would they? England would never do that. It's not like just their way of thinking how to do things, be like that. To come up with something so crazy, outlandish like that, And probably not. There probably needs to be people who do that, but I think CSA obviously are known for maybe doing these kind of these ways to kind of try and be creative. But to be honest with you, I thought the Springboks thing was nice. That actually was an idea of just bringing the crowds, a bit of fun, a bit of laughter, I think you got a full house. That makes sense. But they come up with different ways to kind of entertain people, if you will. Because I'd say bringing crowds, but the reality is obviously there's no crowd here, so it's just a form of cricket, and that's why I don't really get this. This form of cricket would have been really good with a crowd. This gimmick, the gimmicky type format they created. It's cricket, so it's great, but it's ultimately it's last man stands, like a last man stands kind of game, and I just feel like the best players are on the show, which is great, of the 24, also South Africa's best players are there. It'd been good to see, but it also would have been just jokey. I just feel like it's, you kind of cricket match you play at club level, like village cricket, and you're umpiring with a beer. Do you know what I mean? Or between overs, you nip to the square leg because that's your mate there, and you just get a swig of lager off him, and then go back to your mark. Do you know what I mean? Go back and take guard. It's like that. I felt, I just felt it's just the whole thing was being a bit of a joke, to be honest, and not really taken that seriously. How could you? 8 players, no crowd, last man stands, a complete alien concept, a confusing concept as well, to be honest. I mean, we all grasp it now pretty much because we've read it, 100 times, but it wouldn't ever have stuck. Do you know what I mean? And now, obviously, what's more embarrassing has been pushed back because due diligence wasn't even done, it seems like, by CSA, and it's Graham Smith's first big mistake. Let's not let that slide. It's Graham Smith's first big mistake because now it's been pushed back, and who knows if it'll be rescheduled because there's not been backlash. I think people have been happy because there's cricket being on, but why couldn't you play just 3 T10 games? Have it 8 players if you want, that's cool. Just do 3 teams of 8, have 3 T10 games. 60 overs in a game, 60 overs in a day, and just be done with it. Why not? Do that, not a big deal. There's no crowd, so I don't know, maybe because there's no crowd, you want to kind of test how the game is received on TV. Maybe you thought they can get people, obviously, people can't be turned off, because, for example, if they held the game in normal circumstances and people were disillusioned with the format and didn't turn up, it looked really embarrassing, but obviously behind closed doors, that could obviously never happen. If no one liked it, it doesn't matter because obviously no one's going to be there. And it's like a good testing kind of guinea pig phase, if you will, for the format. But I think it would have flopped heavily. I think people would have turned up to the ground, but I think overall they would have flopped massively. I think it was stupid. And it's disappointing it's been cancelled, like to a sin, just for kind of like a circus act. But I just thought it's just a lot of baloney, to be honest with you. Just a lot of bollocks, and I mean, let's see if it's on. But the thing is, by the time it gets rescheduled, England would have been playing West Indies anyway, so get some real cricket on TV. Do you know what I mean? So, tune in a little bit, but whatever, do you know what I mean? So, anyway, that's really it, guys, from me. Not probably the most eloquent, polished, professional video I've done in my life, but neither is that format, to be honest with you. So, I probably why I'm being so blasé and candid about this on this video. So yeah, about this topic. So guys, yeah, if you do obviously like the content, please do like the video, share. Anyone who's interested in cricket, please share the video with them. Send me comments, that'd be great, and most of all, subscribe. All right, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.